Jay-Z got into some hot water with Beyonce, and now he's forced to follow some strict rules after he got caught cheating. First rule, absolutely no more going out with his boys, again to the club, bar, or anywhere deemed risky. A source close to the pair said he used to go out with the boys all the time, but that's completely off limits now. Despite being, the power couple of Hollywood, even Jay-Z and Beyonce have faced certain ups and downs in their marriage and even became a subject of scandal after the rapper's infidelity. Well, that's what's changed their relationship and lives forever, with the pop star handing out a set of rules to Sean Carter. Now, according to sources, after Jay-Z openly admitted to cheating on Beyonce, the singer surprisingly managed to forgive him and work on their marriage. But that took a lot of effort on the rapper's end. For, he was apparently handed out a set of rules to follow. Back in 2014, after Beyonce's sister Solange ferociously attacked Jay-Z in an elevator, rumors began circulating about the rapper's infidelity. Thereafter, thanks to the pop star's 2016 album Lemonade, where she referred to someone as Becky with the good hair, which solidified people's assumptions. Finally, in 2017, Jay-Z confirmed his infidelity through the title track of 444 and later opened up publicly about his situation with Beyonce. Thereafter, although the couple sparked rumors of divorce, they worked on their marriage instead of giving up. And according to multiple reports, there's many things that require the rapper to follow an alleged set of rules and live by. Second rule, couples therapy is an absolute must. Jay-Z discussed couples therapy on Letterman's show. In 2018, Jay-Z spoke about his cheating on David Letterman's Netflix show My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. And he explained how he and Beyonce got past the scandal with couples therapy and putting in the work needed to keep their marriage intact. Now, Jay-Z said, "Much like you, I have a very beautiful wife who is understanding and who knew I'm not the worst of what I've done. And we did the hard work of going to therapy. We love each other, so we really put in the work for years." Letterman also opened up about, his premarital affair and how he felt he blew up his family with the scandal. Jay-Z agreed and responded by saying, "I like to believe we're in a better place today. I'm proud of the father and the husband that I am today." According to sources, Jay-Z and Beyonce had to go to therapy and prioritize date nights, to reconnect as a couple. Despite regaining their position as the power couple of Hollywood, it wasn't easy for them to regain their trust and strengthen the marriage. Third rule is that Jay-Z is banned from touching other women in any sort of way. According to sources, Tiffany Haddish once revealed that Beyonce had to confront an unnamed actress after she got too close to Jay-Z's personal space. Haddish attended an after party after one of Jay's concerts, and during the party, she spoke to the rapper and an unnamed woman. She said, "I was talking to Jay-Z for a little bit, and there was another actress that was there who was also talking to him. She touched Jay-Z's chest, and Beyonce came walking up very serious." Haddish said Beyonce's demeanor and how she walked up, she had, the attitude of "get your hands off my man's chest." Haddish didn't get into, great detail about the incident, but people suggested, it occurred the same night as her iconic wig slip selfie with Beyonce. Beyonce did not comment on the reports made about the incident, but no one would really be surprised if this was 100% legit. Rule number 4 is no more working with Rihanna. According to a source, Beyonce may have been feuding with Rihanna back in 2016 and stood the way of collaboration between the fellow singer and Jay-Z. The source said Rihanna is a person, that she's suspicious of. There have been so many rumors over the years about her and Jay, it's really hard to know what to believe. Jay-Z launched Rihanna to stardom by signing her to his label and features, on some of her biggest hits such as Umbrella and Run This Town. Now, the pair have really good musical chemistry together when collaborating, but Beyonce doesn't seem to like that at all. The exclusive source said, at this point, Beyonce keeps a very close eye on Jay and Rihanna, but he's absolutely banned from working with her. So it seems, Jay-Z and Rihanna can't collaborate anymore, but Beyonce may change her mind one day, so let's see what happens. And to piggyback slightly off this rule, it is also reported that Jay-Z is no longer allowed to work with any female talent, period. So no more collaborations with any female singers in the industry or rappers, that could pose a threat to Beyonce or to Jay-Z or to both of them collectively. He, of course, is allowed to collab with male artists, well, certain ones, that is. Rule number 5, Jay had to fix his relationship with Solange. Unless you've been living under a rock, it would be really hard to believe if you said you hadn't heard about the elevator incident. But just in case, I'll explain. In 2014, after a Met Gala party, Jay-Z and Beyoncé and Solange stepped into an elevator, and moments later, Solange lunged at Jay-Z, hitting him multiple times while a security guard had to intervene, and Beyoncé had to as well, even though she kind of just stood there. It was reported by People magazine that Solange had a run-in with designer Rachel Roy, who was actually rumored to have had an affair with Jay-Z. The outlet claims Solange was provoked by Rachel. Towards the night's end, Jay-Z allegedly said something very inappropriate to Beyoncé, which caused Solange to then snap and attack Jay-Z. 2 months later, Solange said, you know, they were all good, but Beyoncé kept the fire going with a remix of her song Flawless when she referenced the elevator brawl, saying on it, of course sometimes bleep goes down when there's $1 billion on an elevator. Jay-Z took responsibility in his 2017 album 444. You egged Solange on, knowing all along, all you had to say you was wrong, but you gotta do better. Boy, you owe it to Blue. You had no father, you had the armor, but you got a daughter, gotta get softer. Those are the lyrics, go listen for yourself. A rule that Jay-Z must also follow is that he must distance himself from Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. While Jay-Z and Kanye were close at one point, it was reported that Beyoncé and Kim were distanced from one another. According to Radar Online, Kim called Beyoncé to try and smooth things over for her and Kanye's relationship with Beyoncé and Jay-Z. West ranted about Jay-Z before his breakdown, attacking the rapper for not visiting his wife after she was robbed in Paris, and lamenting about how their daughter Blue Ivy never had a play date with North. Kim tried to ease the tension between everyone, but Beyoncé was reportedly just having none of it after West called her out, multiple times on Grammy Awards and on her and Jay-Z's, political stances. Basically, she told Kim to never ever contact her or her husband again, and said stuff like she thought that the two of them are made for each other because they are both talentless and pathetic. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are known to keep their lives private, and when Kanye, slammed them in public, she really didn't take kindly to it. Next rule is that Jay-Z had to publicly apologize for his infidelity. While it's unknown if Beyoncé, made Jay-Z apologize directly, everyone knows that on his album 444, he publicly apologized and addressed his guilt. On one of his tracks, he says, took for my child to be born to see through a woman's eyes, took for these natural twins to believe in miracles, took me too long for this song, I don't deserve you. Jay-Z addresses personal moments, and the song ends where it begins, basically with an apology to his wife. Jay-Z admitted publicly that the rumors of his infidelity were true and opened up his private life to New York Times executive director Dean Baku. Now, in his interview, he said, you have to survive, so you go into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, what happens? You shut down all emotions. So that was his justification for cheating. And the last rule is that Beyoncé got to air out Jay-Z for his infidelity. So when Beyoncé, made waves for her album Lemonade, fans of the Queen Bee began to dissect the lyrics in each song and found that they had at least one reference to the man that cheated on her, Jay-Z. Now, the lyrics read in her song Sorry, tonight I regret the night I put that ring on. Now, in her song I Pray You Catch Me, she sings, Beyoncé showed all this in her album, but even after all the drama and deceit, she made it very clear that, she and Jay would reconcile and fix, what was broken. She says, so we're gonna heal, we're gonna start again. So it allowed Beyoncé to basically address the infidelity while also getting all of her emotions and feelings out in a way that she knows best. It's reported that this was really therapeutic for her and helped her move on and forgive. I mean, I doubt she will forget, but she's definitely made it very clear that she has moved past it. It's, she's staying strong in her marriage. I personally don't think there will ever be a day that we hear about the two getting a divorce. I think their image is greater than their own needs, and I think that, just the thought of their image being tarnished or destroyed is basically enough to keep them together, even if they aren't happy together. Time will tell, but what do you guys think? Is this an everlasting love? Or will the day come that we see a divorce from the two? Let me know your thoughts. I'm your host, Ashley. It's been great catching up.